The mortal death of Elvis Aaron Presley on August 16th certainly has done very little to stunt his global popularity. As nearly 30,000 fans swarmed to his Memphis home of Graceland to commemorate the 20th anniversary of his death, we are reminded that the King of Rock is bigger than ever. From his humble beginnings in Tupelo, Mississippi, to his outrageous standing-room-only gigs in Vegas, Elvis Presley was the first and biggest rock star of all time, winning fans of all ages with his stirring, soulful voice, swinging hips, and smooth Southern charm. Those doubting Elvis's title as the king need only witness his 94 gold singles, 40-some gold albums, and movies collectively grossing over $180 million. Elvis's impact on rock itself is, of course, incalculable. Fashioning himself after screen idols James Dean and Marlon Brando, Elvis transformed himself into rock's original rebel. He was also perhaps its greatest stage performer, and certainly the most imitated. From his nasty curled lips and shaking hips of the early years to the exhilarating supersonic karate chops later on, Elvis never relented, always giving 100% of himself to his adoring fans, his performances dynamic, electrifying, and deeply soulful. Presley was a true American icon. His unlikely rise to superstardom is a rock and roll Cinderella story straight from the Americana of Horatio Alger. He was the truck-driving good old boy made glorious, the blue-collar kid next door who adamantly loved his mother and selflessly served his country when called. While the king may have lived in the lap of luxury, he still loved munching on fried peanut butter and banana sandwiches and playing tackle football with the boys. Whether it's Elvis sightings, skydiving Elvi, or Lisa Marie marrying Wacko Jacko, it seems that the king's smoky gaze is forever upon us.
I'm going to tell you what I do. I mean, very few people know it, but I keep up with modern medicine, medical science, medical discoveries, different diseases. Nobody knows that, and I've been doing it for a long, long time. You know, I get doctors' handbooks, the PDR, which is a physician's desk reference. And it's pretty interesting. At one time, when I got out of school, I thought I wanted to be a doctor or something in the medical profession. That's what I thought I wanted to be, but I didn't have money to go to college. But I got interested in it, and it's pretty interesting. But I don't read any of the books much that other people read. Well, that I read, yes, and I read a lot of philosophy and some poetry. Have you ever heard of a book called Leaves of Gold? It's by different people. It's different men's philosophy on life and death and everything else. Well, that type of stuff interests me, to get these different people's opinions on different things.
You probably dated a powerful girl.
I would.
Have you come to any conclusions about women generally?
Not.
You'll be 28 in January.
Well, I can only answer you by saying I'd like to get married. I'd like to have a family, but it's true. It's definitely true. Well, it's a normal thing to do. I mean, who wants to grow old and be alone? You know what I mean?
You're never going to be alone. I must tell you what Elvis told me. All right. Too sweet for us in the English language. Stay safe. There you go. Come on around.
Well, that may be true. That may be true, but I can't say it's not. But they are. It's pretty lonely when you.
You're never lonely. You know, there you got about 7,000 dames up there.
Yeah, but still, they can't live with you all the time, and there are times when you have to be alone in a room, and you need somebody with you. But I mean, I'm in no big hurry. I have June. Thanks.
You got to come on. Go ahead.
But I'd like to someday. But I mean, I'm in no big rush. I can't be. I have to take it easy and know for sure. You know what I mean?
No, much.
You have to do it all over again. Will you do anything differently?
No, I don't think so.
You think dating as many girls as well as you can want?
Well, you know, naturally, you like to date. Of course, I used to date a lot more than I do now. I think the older you get, I think yeah, right, and the more you look for other things other than just dating a different girl every night. You look, you know, you'd like to meet a little more companionship instead of dating a different girl every night. Not necessarily, no. Of course, I don't make it a point to date girls in show business. You know, it's just according to the girl herself.
Doesn't show business try to contact most of these girls?
Well, it's a pretty tough. I mean, I can answer you, but it's. You know, there's some of them that they have motives, you know, and some of them they just want to date for the fun of it, you know, for the fun of dating. But as far as what you said earlier about being a handicap for one girl, still I think it would be better to find that. To find that one girl, you know, sometime. It's a thing that you can't rush. It's a thing that a lot of people think if they're not married by a certain age that they're losing out. I don't think so myself, you know. Of course, I'm not talking about everybody because everybody's life maybe is a little different. But for me, I couldn't have rushed into a marriage, and I still can't. I have to be completely sure. I have to be able to trust them completely. I look for a lot of things now that I used to wouldn't have looked for. You know, I used to, with just certain characteristics, a sense of humor, their taste for different things, just a lot of things. Their understanding of me, and my way of thinking. You know, it takes a while. I mean, it takes a while to find someone or to get to trust somebody like that.
That's why it's a good question.
There are men who they don't. In so many words, they're not phony. There are men who knock you behind your back, and then they're your buddy to your face. You know what I mean? And I like a man who's pretty much the same all the time. He's pretty straight, you know. He's himself to a certain extent.
Love me tender, love me sweet. Never let me go. You have made my life complete, and I love you so. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and Love me tender, love me long, take me to your heart, for it's there that I belong and will never part. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Love me tender, love me dear, tell me you are mine. I'll be yours through all the years, till the end of time. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always